Hello everybody, welcome back to another Mystic Islands video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Right off the bat, we are going to be showing off the Royal Navy starter deck today. But I did not forget about the people that joined the giveaway, so we got to do that real quick. This was for the Christmas giveaway. So these were the two rares we pulled out of our foil pack right here. You have Luck of the Sea and Arovin the Dwarf. So the winner of this giveaway will get to pick which one of these they want. I'll send it right to you. But please do try to get to me as fast as possible. I want to ship these out for you. So DM me on Discord or Instagram. Best places to reach out to me to get these, guys. Here we go. Who is the winner? Let's see it. Get to pick one of the rares. And it is Crimson Tavern Games. So congratulations to Crimson Tavern Games for winning the giveaway. Again, hit me up on Instagram or Discord. And let me know which card you want, Luck of the Sea or Arovin the Dwarf. Okay, time to look at the Royal Navy starter deck. As you guys know, this is my game Mystic Islands trading card game. I made it at home myself. And of course, I commissioned artists to do this fantastic artwork for you guys. This set is called Bitter Cold. And this deck contains Royalty Faction cards and Pirate Faction cards. If you look at the top, you can name this deck something else or put your name on there so no one takes your deck, of course. On the bottom, it tells you 36 card starter deck with 15 Chaos Crystals. If you look right here on the back, you have the YouTube QR code to show your buddies. Up here, Royal Navy starter deck, and this is actually the deck list for this starter deck. So if you do ever want to show a new person how to play the game, and you already upgraded your deck and stuff like that, this is a deck you could recreate that might be easier for them to learn. Or if you just want to go back to the basics and play your buddies with starter decks, you have it right here on the box at all times. So these do not come pre-sorted, unfortunately, from the Game Crafter, but I have pre-sorted them for us today. So of course, first things first, you have the condensed rulebook. I'm going to go through this rulebook pretty quickly, but if you do want to see all of these rules, they're going to be on the website and the Discord as well. And this is version 1.1. We now have 1.2 coming out. So if you order today, you'll be getting the new rulebook. Just clarifies a few things I had to, take a look at, and I'm not the best at spelling, so few things snuck through the cracks on this one, but you're going to be getting the updated, better one as well. It's going to look different on the inside and a little bit on the outside, so don't take this to heart. But this rulebook is very good for showing new players. On to the cards. Here we go. The first two cards aren't real cards. They're just artwork cards. So these are good for collectibles. You have the Luck of the Sea artwork right here. And these are for people that really love artwork. And I really love how these turned out as well. So you have Luck of the Sea. Then you have King Gabriel in all his glory as well. Fantastic looking card. Next up, you have your 15 Chaos Crystals. They all look the same. They all do the same thing. These are your resource for Mystic Islands, the Chaos Crystals. This is the most common way to play cards in Mystic Islands, is to pay Chaos Crystals to cast those cards. So of course, you can't have a starter deck without the Chaos Crystals, so you do get 15 right here. And they're very nice. They have the snowy variant because this set is, of course, called Bitter Cold, of course. So on to the real cards of the deck. Your actual deck you're going to be playing with and casting cards from. Of course, you have the Pirates and the Royalty Faction, and you have a few Neutral Faction cards in there as well. So we're going to start off with the Pirate Faction. Here we go. Coral Gem is your first one right here. Cost 2 Pirate Faction ability card. Pick 2 random cards from your opponent's hand. Reveal these cards to all casters, which is all players. Pretty nice right there. It is a common with the black symbol in the bottom as well. Useful for this deck, and you're going to get 3 copies of Coral Gem. Next up is Hooked Wanderer. Cost 2. Pirate Faction Creature. 2 attack and 2 defense, a human scallywag as well. When casted, if this creature's caster has 6 or more cards in their hand, gain 3 health. And of course, if you did not, you would not do that. Another common, and you're going to get 2 of these cards in your deck as well. Next up is Rogue Scallywag, cost 4. Another creature, 4 attack and 4 defense, so this is a bigger one. Whenever this creature attacks, roll a 6-sided die. If you roll a 1 or a 6, give this creature +1 attack, +0 defense until combat ends. Again, another luck-based cards. These are starter decks, so they are just getting people used to playing Mystic Islands. And of course, you had to have some fun rolling some dice with the pirates, of course. Cool thing is, you're going to get 3 copies of Rogue Scallywag. Next up is Snow Scavenger. Really cool looking card. I love this guy. Cost 3, 3 attack and 2 defense. He's unrested, which is a common skill, which is why it is in red. All that means is that it is an effect that a lot of cards have, so it's basically got a keyword. This one says this creature does not enter the battlefield resting. So when he comes out, he's ready to attack or block immediately. He does not come out resting. You get 2 copies of this common Snow Scavenger. Next up is Walk the Plank, a Pirate Faction ability card. Cost 4. Choose an opposing creature. Your opponent must choose to sacrifice that creature or lose health equal to double its base worth. So they either have to get rid of their creature and put it in the graveyard, or take health equal to double its worth. So for instance, this guy, they would take 6 damage or destroy him. The bigger the card, the bigger the fall, and they're not going to be very happy when you make them get rid of their big creature. You're going to get 2 Walk the Plank cards in this deck. Pirates have been needing a Walk the Plank for a while. Next card is Stranded Freebooter. Cost 2, 2 attack, 1 defense. When casted, roll a 6-sided die. If it lands on a 3 or a 4, add 1 Chaos Crystal to your stash. That symbol means Chaos Crystal right there. So again, another gamble card for the Pirates, and you're going to run 2 copies of Stranded Freebooter in this deck. Our first uncommon for the Pirate Faction is Cairo Shark. Cost 3, 4 attack, 1 defense, very top heavy. And he has Frostbite 1. This common skill reads, when casted, choose an opposing resting creature. It gets -1 attack, -1 defense until the end of the turn. It's a great way to kill a little creature or damage a creature enough to be able to kill it with an ability or a creature. Very good card. You can run 3 in a deck, but you only get 1 in this starter deck. And then finally, our rare Pirate Faction permanent ability card is Luck of the Sea. It's a permanent ability card because it does its effect and stays on the field until destroyed. It costs 3 while active. Once per your turn, roll a 6-sided die. If you roll a 1, everyone draws a card. If you roll a 2, you lose 1 health. If you roll a 3, everyone adds 1 Chaos Crystal to their stash. A 4, discard a card from your hand. 5, all opponents discard a card from hand. And 6, you get 1 crystal to your stash. So this will be very fun, especially when playing with new players, as they're not playing very competitively and they're going to want to roll dice and have fun with it. And from experience, I think this is a really fun deck to play with, the Pirates, rolling a lot of dice and doing some fun stuff. Same artwork as the art card as well, so that is pretty cool. Next up, we have Knight. This is the first Royalty Faction creature in the deck. Cost 2, 2 attack, 3 defense. Knight is a very basic card as he has no card effect, so he is just a creature that goes out there and tries to battle. Definitely a starter deck type of card, but they are needed in the game, and we're going to run 3 copies of Knight. Now he's not the only Knight in the deck because you have Frost Knight as well. Cost 3, 4 attack, 2 defense, and he has Frostbite 1. Just like the Shark, when casted, choose an opposing resting creature. It gets -1 attack, -1 defense until the rest of this turn. Very useful for killing little things or damaging them as well. Very cool. Goes with the theme of the Bitter Cold set. You're going to get 3 copies of Frost Knight as well. Next up, you have a White Wolf. Cost 2, 3 attack, 2 defense. It reads, when casted, if you have an existing Royalty Faction creature on your battlefield, this creature enters this turn unrested. And then unrested says this creature does not enter the battlefield resting. Resting is when your card is horizontal and is unable to battle or perform specific effects. So this card is very useful as when creatures are casted in my game, they are automatically resting. You can bypass that with White Wolf if you already have a Royalty Faction creature on the field when you play him. Unrested is very good, so this creature is pretty good in this deck. You're going to run 2 White Wolves. Next up is Castle Watcher. Fantastic artwork as well for all these. I got to say thank you guys so much for watching the video. You guys support these fantastic artists. Cost 2, 2 attack, 1 defense. When casted, draw a card. And he also has Mend 2, which reads, when this creature is casted, gain 2 health. How much more could you ask for? You're going to get 2 Castle Watchers in this deck. Next up is an uncommon, Kingdom's Faithful. Cost 2, all creatures you control get +1 attack, +1 defense until the end of the turn. This card is very useful for buffing all of your creatures at once to get a final swing, or to kill creatures that you need to with yours. Just 1. You also have the Chosen One, cost 2. Search your deck for a Royalty Faction creature and put it in your hand. Lose health equal to the worth of that creature. Shuffle your deck. Very simplistic, a good search card to get the cards you want at the moment you want it. And we'll see the card that you're going to want to search for in a minute. Very good card, you only get one. Next up is Armor Light. This is the guy on the box, so you know he's pretty cool. Artwork looks great, of course. Royalty Faction ability, cost 1. You give target creature +1 attack, +1 defense this turn only. Similar to Kingdom's Faithful, but it's half the price and you can only do it to one creature. But this is great to play on your opponent's turn to buff your creature last second because it does cost so little. Only one in this deck. And you get your rare Royalty Faction creature, Prince Zachary. Cost 4, 3 attack, 5 defense. He's a human prince. When casted, choose up to 2 creatures you control, but not him. Give them +1 attack, +1 defense until death. So as soon as you cast Prince Zachary, if you have 2 other creatures on the field, you can make them 1 attack, 1 defense bigger each until they die. That is a fantastic effect, and he is basically your boss creature to finish your opponent off, make your board way too big to overcome, and of course, win the game. Besides Prince Zachary being fantastic, you do have some other cards, neutral faction cards, that are in this deck as well that'll help you out. Shatterstone is a great one. Neutral faction ability that costs 0. Add 1 Chaos Crystal to your stash. Then add 1 Chaos Crystal to every caster's stash, equal to the number of Shatterstone cards in your graveyard before playing this card. You're going to get 2 of these cards in the deck. They are very good. They seem a little confusing, but essentially you get a resource card, Chaos Crystal, and then everyone gets one equal to the ones that were in your graveyard before you played it. You're going to get 2 in this deck. It's pretty much good for you and good for everyone. Next up is Forbidden Spell, the no-brainer add to any deck. Cost 2. Target ability card has no effect and is destroyed. If your opponent's playing ability cards that you don't like, play this and it will get rid of them. You get 2 in this starter deck. And then the last card you get in this deck is a Vermin. Cost 0. 0 attack, 1 defense. He does nothing else. He's good to use as a blocker or attack bait or anything like that. There are combos that help him work in the game, but you're going to have to pull him through the booster packs. You're going to get 2 copies of Vermin. And then the last card you actually get is the Common Skill Reference card. So all of the common skills that were in red on any of the cards are going to be read right here so that you can read them a little bit easier. Of course, this goes back to the YouTube channel as well. And this is just good for new players to have a quick reference and not freak out if they don't know what something does. Although most of the cards, pretty much I think all of them, explain exactly what it is, because the new players are still learning. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do appreciate you guys so much. Big shout out to the giveaway winners as well. Please do get back to me as soon as possible, and I'm going to see you guys in the next one. Peace.